Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Taurus. Thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate you spending some time. Hopefully you've picked up my message, my apology message on YouTube or Instagram. I do apologise for the late readings, but it's been a hell of a week with unexpected turn of events that I had to deal with. But I'm here, and the cards have jumped out and I'm ready to go. So apologies for being late, but it's right, let's just dig in, shall we? I hope you've had a wonderful September. Right, departing energy. Actually, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to start with the underlying energy of the read, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Knight of Pentacles is about diligence and hard work. He is a person that is determined. As you can see, he's got those pentacles falling about him, following him. He's building material wealth. He's a very grounded, down-to-earth energy. Before I continue, it's not gender specific, it's just the depiction in the card is the reason I'm using the word he. So very grounded, down-to-earth energy. As you can see, he's got his trusty steed with him, who's, you know, liveried up to the eyeballs, really, really beautiful livery on the horse there. Yet, he himself has got a shabby old shirt on, he's got his trousers turned up, and he's walking barefoot on the grass. That is signifying that he's grounded. He knows where he's going, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to get there. He's absolutely determined to build material security. That's what this card is all about. So it's a card of accumulating, of saving. Now, the departing energy is the Ace of Cups. It seems like your September, or maybe the residual that's coming into October as well. This is a card about seeds of love. It's about hope. It's about newfound emotions. It's almost like you've found a different way of being and a different way of doing things that suits you much better. I mean, if you can see this person in the card, they're holding up this cup which is overflowing, and that overflow is overflow of love. It's absolute, it's like your heart has woken up to something. It's really, really beautiful. It's that feeling of oneness. So it's a really gorgeous, you know, it's the onset of something you love, or someone you love. It could be a romantic thing as well that has come your way. So really, really lovely energy that you've been sitting in, and perhaps are still sitting in. Obviously, energy doesn't dissipate just like that. It goes. It takes its time, doesn't it? Now, the glorious energy that's coming into you, that you're going to be sitting in, is the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, very intuitive energy. She leads with her heart. Again, it's heart-based card, following on from the Ace of Cups. It's almost like the Seed of Cup is the Ace of Cups was your seed. There's a seed being planted here, and then with that seed, you've grown and grown and grown, and out comes the Queen of Cups. You've almost leapt over a promotion and up-leveled to the highest degree that you can go. She's about love and compassion. She's about strength. She is ultra intuitive. As you can see, she's sitting in a yogic pose there. She's got her bowl in front of her. She's totally open. Her palms are facing upwards and outwards, and she is ready to receive. So it's an absolute wonderful energy to be in. As you can see, totally open and receptive to anything, to any love that's coming her way, because I think that's the seed that's been planted here. You know, your heart is wide open, and you know, it's brought in this magnificence. She's got a crown here floating above her head, and it's a crown of water, and water signifies subconscious. So it's a really, it's like you've tapped into your spiritual side and found an absolute new connection with the cosmos. It's really stunning. It's such a glorious energy to be in. So you're feeling good. You're absolutely feeling magnificent in October, which is it's a really fast progression from the Ace of Cups that's departing. Or if you have been sitting in this for the months, then it's probably quite a natural progression, but it's a really good leap of energy from, you know, seed to harvest, if you like, the harvesting here of this new intuition, the connection with the cosmos. It's really stunning. Now, in your challenge position, we've got two cards that jumped out. We've got the 5 and the 6 of Pentacles. Now, you know, look at the, I mean, they're like chalk and cheese, these cards, aren't they? The contrast is phenomenal. You've got one really shadowy card here and one that's bright and light. You've got person here sitting all forlorn with their head in their lap, pretty much in a pity pot, really, for want of a better phrase or turn of phrase. But they're you know, they've got their head down, their heads hidden, they're not looking forward, there's no brightness there. But if they did care to take their, you know, their head out of their lap, they would see that there's a door here with 5 Pentacles. And as I said, with the underlying energy of the read, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is a man who's building material security. But in this challenge position, the challenge is, take your head out of your lap and see the light. If you pick your head up, turn around, you will see there's a key that you can put into that door. Once you have opened that door, you will see that the 6 of Pentacles here, there's an abundance here, but it's not just a straightforward abundance, it's a reciprocal abundance. It's an energy of give and take. And you know, this is yours for the taking, but you have to take your head out of your hands. You need to, this is saying, wake up and see the light, wake up and smell the coffee, because there's more going for you than you think, and you've got more than you think. So, you know, pick your head up, really check out. You're not seeing clearly here in this card, but if you do care to take your head out of your hands, you'll see that everything is very bright. The future is bright. So, momentary blip that the challenge is saying that you're going to come across here, that you're probably some self-doubt is going to creep in. And, you know, we all have that throughout every month, every week, in fact. But don't let that self-doubt weigh you down, because once you pick up your head out of your hands, you will see that the future is indeed bright, and carry on going, because, you know, you've got these two very heart-based cards, emotionally, intelligently charged cards. So it makes sense that this one would follow and not this one. So the challenge is, don't fall into the self-doubt. It's keep on going, because, you know, when there's give and take, when there's a reciprocal arrangement, everybody wins, everybody's getting, everybody's, you know, everyone's abundant, and everyone's benefited. And that's the way it needs to be. It needs to be for the greater good. It needs to be communal, so everybody has a great time, has a great life. So yeah, absolutely, you know, good challenge cards. It's all it's saying is there's going to be a bit of doubt creeping in, but you needn't doubt yourself, because things are absolutely moving in the right direction, Taurus. So really, really good. Now, we've got sort of a similar thing going on in the advice from Spirit here. We've got the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Now, we've got the 9 of Swords. As you can see, they're both quite darkish, shadowy cards. Now, the 9 of Swords is a card of depression. It's a card of insomnia. It's a card of fear. It's a card of needing to look for courage. And again, this woman has her head in her hands, very much, you know, on a par with the 5 of Pentacles here in your challenge position. So I think, you know, if those seeds of doubt do creep in, and this is what Spirit is saying, they may creep in, take your head out of your hands, because if you look back, if you just look up, if you care to look up, you will see amongst the ravens there's a dove of peace. You know, and there's light there. There's a chink of light, and you need to follow the light. Let the light ignite your hopes to take you forward, to propel you forward. Now, obviously, you're feeling heavily burdened here, and that shows in the second card that came out, which is the 10 of Wands. Now, as you can see, the 10 of Wands, person carrying a suitcase, beast of burden by their side, who is, you know, also heavily laden. What you need to know is that the path there that they're going down, that you're going down, is lit. There's light there. It's not as if you're walking through the darkness here. Yes, you are carrying a heavy load, but sorry, I'm tripping over my words here. The Ten of Wands is a card of taking too much on. It's a card of saying perhaps you need to prioritize, but it's also a message to keep on going, more importantly, and to the point. Number 10, end of a cycle. So you are coming to the end of a cycle. Reduce it to the 1, new cycle is on the way. So all these, you know, these self-doubty things that are creeping in, the lack of confidence that sometimes creep in when we don't know or don't feel like we're not good enough, but you are good enough. And, you know, all these things are self-inflicted. There's not anybody telling us that we're not good enough. It's something maybe that stems from way back when, and it's something that we carry with us, some of us, throughout life. And, you know, the cards are here just to give us that little bit of oomph, that little bit of guidance to say, yeah, you do have that burden, and maybe you are not feeling your greatest at the moment, but that road you're on is very well lit, and you're coming to the end of it. And it's saying, keep on keeping on. You know, it's really important, Taurus, to know that. Now, in the outcome position, we've got another 2 cards, and we've got, you know, the advice from Spirit was saying you're coming to the end of a cycle and to keep on keeping on. Well, you're going to have to, because we've got 2 cards here, and the first one that came out is the Moon. Let's take the Moon first. And that's also a number 18, reduce it to a 9, end of a cycle as well. So, but the Moon speaks of deceptions and things that are hidden. I suspect that this is a truth you're not telling yourself. Because of the cards that you've got in advice from Spirit, I'm going to say those feelings of not being good enough, if indeed you are having them, then it's not the truth. It's not truthful. It's not your true story. It's maybe how you may feel at times, but you are good enough. You were always good enough. You are good enough. You will always be good enough. And I think that the Moon, we've got these wolves baying at the Moon here, and they're making that noise so you can wake up, rise to the surface of the water signifying subconscious. They want you to rise to the surface, you know, envelop yourself, douse yourself with that moonlight so you can see the truth, the true you, that you are indeed good enough. These heart-based cards at the beginning, this is what you are. You know, all that self-doubt that may creep in mid-month or along the way in October, don't let it get to you. Just keep on going. These self-doubts are coming to an end of a cycle. So hold on to that and keep that in mind, and know that things are moving in the right direction. Now, on top of the Moon, we got a Tower card. And the Tower card, you know, as we all know, it signifies, it's a bolt out of the blue, number 1. It's something unexpected. It's the rug being pulled from underneath your feet. And yeah, does that sound dramatic? Yeah, probably a little bit. But I'm going to put a different spin on this. You've got the bolt of lightning coming down on the tree. It's going to take the tree down. The tree is going to burn down to the ground. And that sounds absolutely awful, Taurus, doesn't it? And of course, what happens when the tree is finished burning? The tree finishes burning, and what's left on the ground? All the ashes. And from the ashes, the phoenix rises. To go forward, to propel forward into a new day, a new dawn, a new way of life, and a new project, and a new way of being. So ditch the lack of self-confidence, ditch the doubts if you can. I know it takes work, and I know it's not so easy, but you've got an absolutely clean slate coming here, and what could be more wonderful? And I mean, that's an absolutely fantastic finale, and I bet you didn't actually think it when you saw the cards, because if you look at the cards really quickly, you go, whoa, what's going on there? But actually, all it's saying is, be truthful with yourself. You know, tell yourself you are good enough, have always been good enough, will always be good enough. And you take that forward. When you've had your bolt out of the blue, if that's the epiphany that's going to come forward for you, that bolt, that's the bolt that's coming to take down your existing way of thinking, your existing thoughts about yourself. And once that's taken down, you can then rise again and keep going forward. Absolutely stunning. And you know, you've got to do it. You've got to do it, Taurus, because you've got work to do. You've got expansion going on. The Knight of Pentacles says so. And you're trying to build material security for yourself. So you can't wallow in this self-doubt. You've got to get up. You've got to rise out of the ashes like that phoenix I was talking about and fly high. You can do it. Come on, Taurus. It's a great read. It's a great read, but it is laced with self-doubt, and you know, it just needs you to go and do a bit of meditation, a bit of work on yourself, and you will see that you absolutely have everything you need to get where you're going and to get the things you need in place. So yeah, great read. Great read. And the outcome, it started off beautifully, then all the doubts came in. All right, so you're going to have a bit of ebb and flow, a bit of peak and trough throughout this month, but the outcome is fantastic because it means you can absolutely go forward with a clear mind and a clean slate and a new way of being. Really, really stunning. So, wow. Let's go for the Shaman Oracle, just to round off the read, just to see what they want you to take into the month of October 2020, Taurus. I got so excited at the last two cards there, I'm starting to trip over my words, so please excuse me. Oh, I do. I get lost in the cards. It's amazing. I love it so much. Let's see what the Shaman Oracle has for Taurus going into October 2020. Right. There's got to be a cherry on a cake here. Come on, guys. Too many, I'm afraid. Let's keep on going. There's about 10 cards in that pile. This is why I do my shuffling and take my jumpers before I actually start the recording, because sometimes it can take about 10 minutes and it's dead dull. And God, who wants to watch that? But let's see. We'll persevere with the Shaman Oracle. I'll give it a give. Oh, that nearly came out, but it didn't. Right. That's not helpful at all, is it? I'll give it a couple more shuffles. If not, I'm gonna swap to the animal oracles and see if they'll give me anything for you. But you know, you need to trust. We will get what you need to hear, without a doubt, no shadow of a doubt. And you know that one that's poking out there, guys? I'm going to take it. The Andean Cross, absolutely fantastic. Whenever I see the Andean Cross, I see fire. I see fire, I see a secret code, I see a door with a cross. It's almost like a door, if you imagine one of those big old-fashioned doors, and what you need is to decipher the code to go through. It's an abracadabra moment, and I think that's exactly what you're going to have with the moon. The moon and the tower is going to be your abracadabra moment. And if you look at that is burning bright, that is fire, that is red hot. And it's what I said about that tree burning to the ground. From the ashes, the phoenix will rise, and it will rise into brightness, the brightness of that fire once again. So just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so it's definitely your abracadabra moment. And you know what? Let's take an animal oracle as well, because we're feeling greedy. I'm not going to take those. There are too many on the side. Do you know that Andean Cross? I look at it and it screams at me promise. There's so much promise here. It's laden with potential. I mean, it's so enticing as well, isn't it? Who wouldn't want to open a door with that on it? I do. It's like a treasure chest, isn't it? There we go, and there's our animals. Wow, we've got a bear come out for you, Taurus. So take time out, and I think that's exactly the order of the day, because of all these doubts, you know, all these doubts that you're going to be going through, all this work that you're probably going to have to do to lose the self-doubt. You're going to have to take time out to do it. You're going to have some quiet time. But let's just look at the animal, the brown bear spirit. There is nothing shy or weak about a brown bear. So do you know what? You've got the strength to do this. You've got the strength to get over the self-doubt, and you've got the strength to fly high. So take time out. And there's your brown bear. You've got 2 more actually. I thought only 2 came out. Let's move these along. Let's make a bit of space for you, my Taurus lovelies. And you've got hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. You know, I'm going to pick up this 9 of Swords, you know, the insomnia card, the laden with self-doubt. You know, you look at all those black ravens there. They are your spirit guides there. Ravens make an absolute racket, all right? So when you hear a bunch of ravens, there is no way you can't look at what's going on. You're going to say to yourself, you know, what's that cacophony of noise going on above my head? And you have to look up. And if you do look up, you will see that bird of peace. And, you know, that bird of peace will take you where you want to go, will teach you what you need to learn. And we also, and it's all, you've got 3 different types of birds here. We've got the ravens, the doves, and we've got the hawk. Let spirit be your high. Oh my God, I'm getting so tongue-tied. Please excuse me. It's Saturday night. I want everybody to get their reads tonight because I know they're late, and I feel so bad for you. So I'm feeling a bit tired, and I've got 1 more read. This is the 11th read, so as you can see, I'm starting to trip over my own teeth. So excuse me. Let spirit be your guide. And perhaps, you know, when you are out and about, you know, look at nature. Look and see what birds are around you, and see what they're doing, where they're going. Are they flying in unison? Are the birds migrating? Can they give you a message? Can you draw any information from the birds that you do see throughout your day-to-day? You know, considering there are birds everywhere in this read, I think it's probably quite a good idea to have a look, or just be mindful of what birds you do have and what's going on around you. Oh my God, you've got the truth transcends illusion. And let's bring in the illusion card, the moon card, where all that self-doubt is hiding. It's all hiding here in your subconscious, under the water. And in order to be the dragonfly, you know, rise up. And the truth is, you needn't have the self-doubt, and truth transcends illusion, and your illusion is self-doubt. And there it is for you. Be sure that you're being honest about you to you, is what I'm going to say here, because I bet you're not, and you're so much bigger and better than you know you are. Do you know what? You're a giant. We're all giants, we just don't know it. So yeah, truth transcends illusion. Yeah, okay, my Taurus, I'm going to just put that in front of your... no, I'll put that in front of... oh, I want you to see all of them. Let's just... no, I don't want to lie it down. Should we squeeze it in somewhere? I'm gonna teetering on the end. There you go, so you can see them all. Well, my Taurus lovelies, thank you so much for tuning in. I again apologise for the lateness, but you are going to get it tonight, Saturday night. I think it's the 3rd today, isn't it? It's been a really breakneck speed week, so I hope you enjoyed the read. And if you did, please like, share and subscribe. And my lovelies, I will be here in the same place, same time next week with your week ahead energy reads. Have a wonderful October and a wonderful weekend, and I will speak to you very soon. And last but not least, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself and each other. Toodle pip.